He started Turning Point USA, but this moment is the turning point for the USA. He died the way he lived, speaking the truth. Charlie waged war not with a weapon, but with a tent, a microphone, his mind, and the truth. And the gates of hell could not prevail against him. He went into the darkest of places like Paul in the book of Acts. He went into college campuses where they said we couldn't go. And he was the light. He was bold. He was brave. He was a hero. You know, at the War Department, we know a little bit about heroism. I've seen it personally on the battlefield from Americans wearing camouflage, and I'm surrounded by men and women today who had the chance to witness the same. Most people don't know this, but Charlie Kirk wanted to go to West Point. That never happened, obviously. His personal loss at that moment was our nation's great gain. Charlie Kirk was a citizen who had the biblical heart of a soldier of the faith, who put on every single day the full armor of God with a smile. As the scriptures tell all Christ followers to know. Charlie Kirk, a warrior for country, a warrior for Christ. He ran the race. He finished the fight. Now, it's our turn. My charge to all of you, live worthy of Charlie Kirk's sacrifice and put Christ at the center of your life as he advocated for giving his. Charlie has heard the words echoing now in heaven. Well done, good and faithful servant. Charlie will take you from here. God bless.
Welcome to the stage, Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr.
Charlie's overarching passion was his Christianity and his devotion to his God. He believed what St. Francis taught us almost 1,000 years ago, that we should strive to live our lives in perfect imitation of Christ. And we should turn every day and every moment and every interaction into a prayer. And Charlie understood the great paradox that it's only by surrender to God that God's power can flow into our lives and make us effective human beings. Charlie, Christ died at 33 years old, but he changed the trajectory of history. Charlie died at 31 years old, but because he had surrendered, he also now has changed the trajectory of history. Charlie's other passion was free speech. He understood that the free flow of information was the soil, the water, the sunlight for democracy. He understood democracy's great advantage was that our policies were formed by ideas that triumphed in a marketplace of debate and conversation. He thought that conversation was the only way to heal our country. And this was important, particularly important during a technological age. And we are all hooked into social rhythms, social algorithms that are hacked into the reptilian cores of our brain and amplify our impulses for tribalism and for division. He felt that the only way to overcome that biological impulse was with a spiritual fire and with developing community, and the only way to develop community was through conversation. And so he always gave the biggest microphone to the people who were most passionately aligned against him, because he believed that we need to talk to each other, and that we needed to be able to say what we mean without saying it mean. A few years ago, my brother David died, and I asked my mother, does the hole that they leave in you when they die, does it ever get any smaller? And she said to me, it never gets any smaller. But our job is to grow ourselves bigger around the hole. And we do that by taking the best qualities, the best, most admirable character traits of the person that died, and integrate them with restraint, with discipline, with practice into our own character. And in doing that, we make ourselves larger, and the whole gets proportionally smaller. But we also give a kind of immortality to the person who left us, because their work continues through us. A couple of days ago, my niece, or my granddaughter, left for college in Europe. Her mother noticed that she packed a bag, and her mother asked her why she made that choice. She said, I want to live more like Charlie. And it's in one of my first conversations with Charlie in July of 2021, we were talking about the risk all of us take when we challenge intrinsic interest, the physical risk. And he asked me if I was scared of dying. And I said to him, there's a lot worse things than death. And one of those things is if we lost our constitutional rights in this country and our children were raised as slaves. And I said to Charlie, I said, sometimes the best consolation we can hope for is that we get to die with our blue